Good morning to all of you students. Today I am continuing with the chapter first, and the name of the chapter is integers. All of you very much aware about the concept of integers. What is integers? If you learned in your previous class, in your 6th class, what is integers? It is a bigger collection of numbers which contains whole numbers or negative numbers also. For example, if I am taking one number line, all of you very much aware about the concept of number line. So how can we represent it? If you see here, these are the positive numbers which are lie on the right hand side of the number line, and these are the negative numbers which are lie on the left hand side. If I want to make one more line here. As you know very well, this is 0. If I am writing here 3, 6, and here I am writing -3 and -6, and if I am putting here 1 or 2 dot, and here also same procedure, if I apply here, then what is the value of these dots? As you know very well, the value of this dot is 1, this is equivalent to 2, then 4, and then 5, this is -1, this is -2, same for the others. So we can say the numbers which is lie on the right hand side, that is your positive numbers, and the number which is lie on the left hand side of the number line, it is known as negative numbers. One more example I am taking here. For example, if this type of number line is there, and this is your 4, 8, 12, this is -4 and -8, and if someone want to know about ascending or descending order, so how can we will do ascending order for this number line? As you know very well, in the concept of ascending order, from smaller to bigger. So first we will write -8, -4, 0, 4, 8, 12, and so on. And if we continue with the descending order, what is the meaning of this descending order? In descending order, we will start from the bigger number first, so just reverse of it. So we will write here 12, 8, 4, 0, -4, -8, and so on. So this type of concept all of you know very much. For example, if someone say to you you have to add 4 plus 2, then what you will do? As per the previous class, you know very well, you will come here and then you will go in right hand side 1 step and 2 step. This is your 5th, this is your 6th. It means we will get 6. Same for the negative side also. For example, if someone say to you -1 plus -2, what it becomes? So as per this number line, we can say we will write down here in this way. We will go from -1 to -2 and -2 to -3. It means we will move in left hand side and it becomes -1 plus into minus, or we will get -3. So all these concepts you know very well as per the previous class. But in this chapter we will deal with some more concept of integers, their properties and operations. So before starting, something about properties of integers, I recall something which is related with your previous class. Some more things. As you know very well, see, when you add two numbers, for example 4 plus 9, then what will come? You know very well, 13 will come. And if you want to show with the help of number line, then also it is possible. For example, this is your 0, this is your 1, 2, 3, 4. Same for the next one. Then we can say, so 4 is here, so 1 step, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. it means we can say कि when we add 9 in 4 it becomes 13. It means we will move in the direction of right hand side of the number line. Same for the left hand side. For example, if I am writing here 5 minus 2, what it becomes? So if you want to represent with the help of number line, what you will do? For example, this is your 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we will start from here. In left hand side of the number line, 1 step, then 2 step. It means the value of 5 minus 2 is 3. So we will show their subtraction with the help of number line also. Besides that, all of you very much aware about the concept of additive inverse. If someone asks you what is the additive inverse of 15, additive inverse of 15, then we can say additive inverse of 15 is minus 15. The reason behind is that when we add minus 15 in plus 15, so what we will get? We will get 0. So some type of concept of number line, right hand side, left hand side of the number line, all of you learned in your previous class. Now we will continue with the concept properties of integers. So first we will start with the properties of addition and subtraction of integers. So our heading is properties of addition and subtraction of integers. So under this heading, first we will go with closure under addition. So what is the meaning of this concept? So for example, if we are taking two numbers a and b as an integer, if we are taking two integers a and b, then we can say a plus b is also an integer. It means addition is closure. Addition is, you can say, if a and b both are integers, then we can say a plus b is also an integer. So closure property is fulfilled here under additions. For example, if I am taking 5 and 7 as integer, then we can say 5 plus 7, it becomes 12. So 12 is also an integer. Same process for subtraction also. If I am continuing with a closure under subtraction, so what we will do here, under this heading, again if a and b are two integers, then we can say a minus b is also an integer. For example, if I am taking 5 and 7, then what is 5 minus 7? It becomes minus 2, and minus 2 is also an integer. So after closure under addition and subtraction, we will continue with the next property, that is your commutative property. Commutative property for addition. So under this heading, for example, again if we are taking two integers a and b, then we can say a plus b can be written as b plus a. For example, if I am taking the value of a as 5 and the value of b is 9, then we can say 5 plus 9 can be written as 9 plus 5, and both are equal. It means LHS equals to RHS. So we can say commutative property for addition is applicable. But if I am taking negative sign, then what happens? If I am taking negative sign, so again I am taking a and b as integer, then we can say a minus b equals to b minus a. If you see here, it cannot be written because here b is negative and here b is positive, so it is not possible for subtraction. So we can say commutative property for subtraction in the case of integers is not possible because we will get different answer in that case. Now I am continuing the next property, and the next property is associative property for addition. Associative property. Consider the next property, and the name of this property is associative property. Under this property, if we are taking three integers a, b and c, then how can we will write? a plus b plus c in bracket, and this is equal to a plus b plus c. For example, if we are taking the value of a as -5, the value of b is -3, and the value of c is -2, then how can we will write under associative property? It can be written as -5 plus -3 plus -2. It can also be written as -5 plus -3 and -2. If we solve both LHS and RHS, then both will be the equal. And the same thing if we want on the number line, then how can we will show it? As you know very well, this is our number line, this is 0, or it is better if we take 0 here. So this is -1, because we are dealing with the minus, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -8, -7, -8, -9 and -10. So we are adding -5 plus -3. So this is our -5. And if you see, when you will enter plus in the bracket, plus multiply by minus, so it become minus. So minus means we will go to in left hand side of number line. So 3 steps, 1 step, 2 step and 3 step. After this, again plus multiply minus, or we will get -2. It means we will move on the left hand side by 2 step more, so 1 and 2. It means when we will solve the any one of the side, whether left hand side or right hand side, we will get -10. So this is the concept of associative property. After this property, we will continue with additive identity. So what is the meaning of additive identity? We can say 0 is the additive identity. 0 is the additive identity for integers. For example, if we are taking one integer a and if we add 0, or you can say if we add a in 0, so ultimately we will get a. For example, if we are taking integer as 5 and we add 0 here, or it can be written as this, in both the case again we will get the same integer. So this is the concept of additive identity. So after this properties of plus and minus of integers, we will continue with the next concept, and the next concept is related with multiplication of integers. So in multiplication of integers, there are different types of multiplication. For example, if we are taking two integers a and b, and if I am saying ki a is positive integer and b is negative integer, then how can we will multiply? So how can we will multiply positive integer a multiply by negative integer b? It can be written as minus then bracket a cross b. So for example, if I am taking one positive integer, the value of a is 5 and the value of b is -7, then we can say 5 into -7 can be written as minus 5 into 7, and we will get -35. So this is the multiplication of integer when one integer is positive and another one is negative. One more example I am taking here. If the first integer is negative, for example, there are two integers a and b. First integer is negative and second one is positive, then how can we multiply? So minus a multiply by b, it can be written as minus a cross b. Then you will take the value of a and b put here and solve it, you will easily get the answer. Now we will continue with the one more point. What happens when both the integers are negative? For example, there are two integers a and b and both are negative. Then how can we will multiply? So minus a multiplied by minus b, it can be written as you know very well, when we multiply minus with minus, it becomes plus, so that it can be written as a cross b, or if someone want to write plus a cross b, then also it is right. Then you will put the value of a and b and solve it. So this is the concept of multiplication of integers. Now I am come to the next point, that is properties of multiplication of integers. So under this heading, first we will go with closure under multiplication. The first heading is closure under multiplication. So if I am taking two integers a and b, if I am taking two integers a and b, and if I multiply these two, so again I will get an integer. For example, if a equals to 5 and b equals to 8, so the multiplication of 5 into 8 is 40, so 40 is also an integer. So we can say integer is positive also, integer is negative also, or integer is 0 also. It means it includes negative numbers, positive numbers and 0 also. So this is the concept of closure under multiplication. So after this I am taking commutative property for multiplication. So if there are two integers a and b, then under this property we can say a cross b equals to b cross a. For example, if I am taking the value of a as 3 and the value of b is 2, then we can say 3 into 2 becomes 2 into 3, and when we will solve it, we will get 6 equals to 6. So we can say commutative property is applicable for multiplication. So after commutative property, I am continue with associative. Associative property, again if we are taking three integers a, b and c, then how can we will apply this concept for multiplication? So it can be written as a into b into c, this is equals to a into b into c, and if you put the value of a, b, c and when you solve it, you will easily get the answer. For example, if I am taking a equals to 1, b equals to 2 and c equals to 4, and when I put here, let's see what we will get. Put the value of a and b in associative property, and when we will solve it, 1 into 8, 2 into 4, so we will get 8 equals to 8. It means LHS equals to RHS. So this is the concept of associative property. Then distributive property. After associative, we will continue with distributive property. Again, if we are taking three integers a, b and c, so under this property it can be written as a into b plus c, it can be written as a into b plus a into c. What happens if we change the plus sign? So it can be written as a into b minus c, it can be written as a into b minus a into c. So you put different value of or the value of ABC under these two property, and we will easily calculate with the help of distributive property. After distributive property, we will continue with what happens when we multiply by 0. So multiplication with 0 and multiplication by 0. So for example, if any integer a is multiplied by 0 or 0 multiplied by any integer, again we will get 0. This is the concept of multiplication by 0. For example, if I am taking the value of a as 5, so 5 into 0 or 0 into 5, it becomes again 0. So this is the concept of multiplication by 0. After this, the next concept is multiplicative identity. Multiplicative identity. So we can say one is the multiplicative identity for integers. For example, if I am taking one integer a and I multiply by 1 or 1 multiply by a, so again we will get same integer. So for example, if I am taking the value of a as -5, so -5 multiply by 1 or 1 multiply by -5, in both the cases we will get -5. So this is the concept of multiplicative identity, or we can say one is the multiplicative identity for integers. So this is the concept of properties of multiplication for integers. Now I am taking one or two examples. How can we will easier the multiplication? So for example, if you want to multiply 16 with 12, as per traditional method we will do it easily. 16 multiplied by 12 and easily we will get the answer. But by some other method, with the help of some property, how can we will solve such type of question? So as you know very well, 12 can be written as 10 plus 2. And as per distributive property, 16 multiplied by first with 10 and then 16 multiplied by 2, it can be written as 16 into 10 plus 16 into 2, or here we will write by distributive property. Here we will write by distributive property. So what it becomes? 16 into 10 becomes 160 and 16 into 2 becomes 32. So we will get 192 as our answer. So with the help of this concept we also solve 16 into 2. It makes the multiplication easier. One more example. Minus 52 multiplied by 8 plus 52 multiplied by minus 2. So how can we will solve it? By some other method. So it is better, first we will write minus 52 into 8. First we will rearrange it. This 52 and minus 2, it can be written as minus 52 into 2. There will no change. Now if you see here, minus 52 and minus 52 both are lying in the terms. So we will take the common. So we will take minus 52 as common. And what is remaining here? 8. And here is plus. And this is your 2. Ultimately we will get minus 52 into 10. It means their multiplication becomes 520. So with the help of these two examples, one example is related with your distributive property and the other example we take common here. If you want to write here, if we take common minus 52. So with the help of common method and with the help of distributive method, we will make the multiplication easier. So after this multiplication of integers, the next point and the last point is related with divisions of integers. So with the help of these properties, we will solve any question which is based on integers very easily. Now we will continue with the last concept, that is division of integers. So as you know very well, if two integers are there, a and b, and if we divide minus a by minus b, so it can be written as minus a upon minus b, where b not equals to 0, because if b equals to 0 then it will not define. Or we can say if we divide by minus b, it can also be written as this, or it can also be written as, so all these things are equal. For example, if I want to divide 5 by minus 3, so it can be written as 5 upon minus 3, or we will write here minus 5 upon 3, or it can be written as minus 5 divided by 3. So all these things are equal to each other. After this, if we take one integer a and divide by 0, so definitely it can be written as a upon 0, which is not defined. Any integer divided by 0 becomes not defined, but if we divide 0 by a, so it can be written as 0 by a, so the value is 0. If we divide a by 1, or it can be written as a upon 1, so we will get a. But if we divide 1 by a, where a is an integer, so that it can be written as 1 upon a. So for example, in this property, if you want to put a equals to 7, then we can say 1 upon 7 becomes 1 upon 7. Or 1 divided by 7 can be written as 1 upon 7. So there are so many examples related with division. But what happens when we divide two negative integers? So for example, if we are taking two integers a and b and both are negative, so how can we will divide? So minus a divided by minus b, it can be written as minus a upon minus b. So minus symbol cancel with minus and we will get a upon b, which can be written as a divided by b. For example, if you want to divide minus 5 with minus 7, so how can we will divide? It can be written as minus 5 upon minus 7, both the symbol cancel with each other, it becomes 5 upon 7, it can be written as 5 upon 7. Now if you want to divide 5 by 7, go with the decimal concept and you will divide it easily. So with the help of division, we will solve any type of question which is based on integers. So in this chapter, I told so many things which is related with integers, that is the concept of number line, then their properties related with addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and how can we will make the question which is based on multiplication in an easier way. We will go with distributive property also, associative property also. So there are so many questions related with this property. So go through with the property, practice for the property. There are so many questions are given in the NCERT book. One by one you will do all such type of properties so that you do not face difficulty in any type of the question which is related with your exercise of chapter number 1. I hope with the help of this concept you will learn so many things about the properties of integers. Thank you very much.